The thrill of the stakeout is really something.
I'm really excited.
Because we really thought we were going to catch fatty today. Okay, so then you open this foot loop up. You always want it to be closing from right to left like that. This is a snare site. So with this, the bears step in this hole and they're going to set off this mechanism. And then a foot loop will tighten down around their paw, well, around their wrist, right above the paw. And we'll see that in the camera and come dart them in the snare. Big enough for fat fatty, Ashley. Think about his foot.
Okay, how's that look?
That looks amazing.
Okay.
I would step on that.
For sure. He's so big. I can't believe they came 8 minutes after us and didn't get caught. I'm sick of them dodging this.
I'm Shelby Shiver. I'm a black bear biologist with the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. And this summer I'm in South Florida, 30 minutes east of Naples, with my team, Ashley, Lindsay, and Kaylee, to collect data on the big cypress black bear subpopulation. Florida's black bears were once connected across the state. Today, they survive in 7 subpopulations. 4 are strong with over 1,000 bears. The others are much smaller, fewer than 200 each, and face risk of isolation from the larger subpopulations, which could lead to decline.
We want to put GPS collars on the female bears so that we can monitor their survival, go into their dens when they do start to den and give birth to cubs, so that we can also monitor their cub survival. And we'll use all of those different metrics to make a growth estimate for the overall subpopulation. So our traps, for the most part, are cage traps, and this is a cage trap right here. We're gonna put a bait canister in that's full of donuts and good smelling scent lure. And this is just a heavy duty PVC canister that we make so the bears can't tear it up, but they also can't hurt themselves on it. And we put these canisters right at the front of the trap to draw the bear toward the front of the trap so they step on a treadle plate and set the trap off. We'll give it a test. Now we're out of the way. Okay. I had to stomp on it. It's a little lower now, isn't it?
Yep.
It was kind of crazy high before. That was much better. Set it just like that, please.
Okay.
Way to be a bear.
Yeah, that was great. All right, we're gonna head out to set some other traps and check a bait site, and hopefully we get a bear later.
How do you spot them? Like the trees?
I'm like a heat-seeking missile for rub trees.
You're just good at it?
I'm just always like, rub tree, rub tree. Okay. This is such a cool rub tree. You can tell that it's been used for a long time. Smaller bears will climb rub trees and bite at them higher up to make it look like a bigger bear was there, even though they're small.
Aww, cool.
Yeah. That's part of why we...
Look right there.
Yeah, oh, that's a nice little
one.
clump. Yeah. See the little bear hairs? So they'll stand up and they'll bite at the tree to make the sap run, and then they'll rub really vigorously. They'll rub their backs and their heads. You guys have seen it. It's awesome. Oh, it's just neat to see their claw marks. So cool. That's awesome. Why don't we pull the trap down here? I think it'll flat on there. So we moved the trap because as we were heading back out, we actually saw a male and a female bear running down the road in front of us. And we're trying to catch female bears, and we haven't had activity at the other trap site. So it's great to actually see a female that we really would ideally like to target. So we just moved the trap to where she was, and hopefully she'll come back. That smell is wonderful blueberry pie smell. I think it smells delicious. The bears must think it smells delicious too. They can smell so well. They can definitely smell probably from over a mile away. So we like to get that high up on the trees and in the trap, and we like to get it high up where the wind might pick it up. Do whatever you did last night for Fatty, the goo-goo, at Fatty's trap, because that's amazing that he went in the trap.
What just happened? This is slime time live.
He's getting in.
Can he get in there?
He got in the other day. He just has to set it off today.
Oh,
there she is.
there she is. There's his girlfriend.
I'm waiting all summer to catch this bear.
No, I really have.
Let's load up and go process him. So this morning, a female bear and a very large male that she's been spending time with both came to a trap site, and then the really large male went in the trap, and luckily he actually got caught this morning, so we're out here processing him. We love to affectionately call him Mr. Fatty. just because he comes by the traps and he's got a big fat belly. Nice. Okay. Perfect. Nice. Come here, bud. I think he's at least over 500 pounds, and I'm really excited to weigh him and see how much he actually is, but he has a beautiful coat. How about, so he's not in the heat for a long time, I'm gonna go ahead and put the weigh arm on this tree. In the meantime, can you just take his temperature in the trap? And we can put ice on him if he's too hot, but I don't want him to sit in that sunlight. Okay, why don't we just tip him toward us? Okay. Instead of trying to drag him flat. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, baby. Wowza. Oh, he's gorgeous. Look at these claws. They're like the size of my thumb. They're huge. Oh yeah, he's definitely off. He's off, okay. 501 even. He's 501 pounds, so he's the second largest male bear and the second largest bear period that we've caught on the study so far. That's good. Oh, good job, everyone. I always estimate him 50 pounds high. Last year I estimated he was 500 and he was 460. And this year I said 550 and he was 500. The Florida Wildlife Corridor Foundation has actually funded us to purchase some solar GPS ear tags.
And we're going to put those out on young male bears north of I-75 to document their movements, north of this subpopulation to maybe other subpopulations. And hopefully we can document them moving northward using the Florida Wildlife Corridor and maybe actually leaving South Florida and going to a different part of Florida.
If there's not enough new bears entering a subpopulation from somewhere else in the state, it could lead to poor health of that subpopulation. It takes a village to process a bear this big. See how beautiful his coat is? So this is what it looks like when they're not molting. He's only molting on his little legs. You're a perfect bear. Wow. Don't come back, okay?
9.6.
9.6. The first summer we had an all-female crew, and this year again we have an all-female crew. So Ashley and Lindsay are out here with me processing this 500-pound male bear, and we got him out of the trap together, no problem. He makes our cooler full of ice look tiny. I know. The carnivore world has really been dominated by men for a number of years, so it's great to see that women are really filling a lot of positions in wildlife research now.
Look at him, he's like, well, that feels nice.
He's like, thank you, Ashley. Thank you. If all the bears in the state, we can't tell them apart based on their genetics, that means we have a really healthy population of bears that's mixing and there's not habitat fragmentation. So, the dream in Florida really is to have all these different subpopulations of bears across the state all be connected together and not be genetically different from each other.
So we have a bear in a cage trap. Unfortunately, he's a recapture. We can tell who he is by the shape and color of his ear tag, so we know that he was a bear that was captured last year on the project. So because we already know who he is and he still has his ear tags, basically we're just gonna go release him and then reset the trap and hope somebody else gets caught. And he just seems really desensitized to people, unfortunately. We don't know if he goes over to a local neighborhood and is used to people or what the deal is. Obviously, we don't want him to get into a neighborhood and be so used to people that he ends up having to be killed because of it. And when we release him, we're gonna try to scare him and just clap, make a lot of noise, yell at him, whatever we can do. I hope he doesn't come back. All right, ready? Hey! Oh my gosh, he never goes anywhere.
You're calling about the northern trap?
Oh no, is something going on?
It looks like there's a male and a female.
Ooh. We finally caught a female bear.
See you in a little bit.
All right, bye.
So we've just caught a female bear on the Panther Refuge. So we're getting a dart ready that I'll dart her with in just a minute. And I'm starting to get her collar ready as well. Our collars have a couple of different mechanisms. So this is a timed drop-off mechanism. When I take this little magnet off of this will start counting down for 2 years. And after 2 years, there's a little charge that goes off inside of it, and the collar will break apart right here and come off the bear. And then we also attach a piece of leather to connect the collar here, and that naturally breaks down pretty quickly. That's just a fail-safe in case this doesn't work, so that the collars definitely come off all the bears. Perfect. So she should go down in about 10 to 15 minutes. We'll just check on her and be quiet over here until then. And as soon as she's down, we'll pull her out of the trap and take her temperature and some vitals and then get started on processing her. She okay? Okay. Oh, poor thing. She's so little. She's a tiny little girl. All right. All right, let's just move her into the shade. Okay, her temp was 102.3. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of ice on her. She's not too hot, really. She's basically normal. There's her chest blaze. That's a pretty big one. It's really pretty.
Oh, it is.
It's really unusual to catch a bear down here that has a chest blaze. We don't see them very often. It's just genetic differences between subpopulations. She's so pretty. She's a little girl. Excited to weigh. She really is. I'm excited to weigh her. So basically the collars just help us keep up with the females and we know that they're still alive, which is really important data. Bottom line is we want to know how long are they surviving for, and we'll use that to go into a model where we estimate how quickly the subpopulation is growing. We try to be really careful about how we fit the collars because we don't want them to get ingrown or be too tight. It's really important to us that they fit right. The research we're doing is really important, but the most important thing is always going to be bear welfare. So we like to give them some painkiller just for all the things that we do to them. You know, they get darted, we take some hair. So we try to do everything for them that we possibly can that would benefit them. That's interesting.
What is it?
I'm not sure. Yeah, it feels like potentially scar tissue, but I want to check and make sure it's not buckshot. Bear management has found that a lot of the bears that they handle have actually been shot before. So we run a metal detector all over them to check for metal. A surprising number of bears have probably actually been shot at before. You feel that?
Yeah.
It's not metal, at least. It's really upsetting when they have been shot before. I feel so bad for them. $115.2. She is very little. So when you dart them, they go down butt first. The head is the last thing to stop moving. And then when they start waking up, it's opposite order. So their head starts to move first. They lick, they start to lift their head a little bit, and they'll slowly get back their legs. Oh, you have the cutest face. Oh my gosh, you're so pretty. Got her like cute little face. Her chest piece kind of looks like a butterfly. Maybe that can be her name. She can be Butterfly. I think that the subpopulation is definitely still growing. It's hard to say exactly what's going on because there's so much human development in South Florida in particular. So we're constantly tearing down wild spaces and putting neighborhoods there, grocery stores, and places that bears can't really use the same way that they can use the woods, obviously. I feel very lucky to be working with bears in Florida because I'm actually from Florida originally. It's just really meaningful to me to be able to work with bears in Florida and to keep up with the health of different bears across the state and make sure that they're doing all right, and to really get to help my home state ensure that black bears continue to have good, healthy populations.
He's right there! Let's follow him! He's right there! He's right there!
Florida black bears are a conservation success story, but they still face serious risks, especially from habitat loss and fragmentation caused by development. Without protected corridors to connect them, some of the progress made in population growth could be undone. FWC biologists are studying each subpopulation with full population estimates and genetic assessments expected by 2030.